Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video. In today's video, we got the new MSPs. They've just been released for this week, and we're gonna go over them. We're gonna do a ranking of all the 10 MSPs. And then I'm gonna talk about a little bit what you can do to make coins, or how you can look good in terms of your coins going forward, and kind of use this as a learning experience, I guess. If not already, if you didn't already know this tip, it's just gonna be a little thing. So I'm gonna hide my face cam here, and we're gonna go through each card one by one from 10 to 1. Now, starting at number 10, it might actually be a little bit surprising to you, just because this card is maybe not seen as the worst card as a general consensus. But I'm actually going to put, where is he? He's right here, Jeff Petrie. Now, this might be a little bit of a weird take for some of you guys, but just looking at all of the cards in this event and, looking at them objectively and ranking them, I definitely think that Jeff Petrie is the worst one. He's not a bad card because he's obviously 94 overall, but in terms of the whole event, I'm going to rank him at number 10 or 12, maybe 12. I don't know how many there are. But he's the worst one regardless. He is, a good card, but he's just not as good as the other ones. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about each card individually. If you want, more in-depth review, then just leave a comment down below and I'll answer your comment. Coming in at number 11 or 9, I don't know how many cards there are, we have Brian Campbell. The reason for this is that there is a better left-handed defenseman. Also, 96 speed and acceleration is nice, but at this stage of the game, he's a little bit too small to be part of the meta. He's by no means going to be a bad card in game, but he is still quite below the curve, I guess, in terms of his size, and he's going to get, worn out pretty easily. I'd say you're better off going with some of the other lefty in this event, or Edvinsson or Power instead of Campbell. Coming in at number 10 or 7, depending on how many there are, I think this is number 10. I'm going to go Sean Burke, just because I've heard nothing but great things about this card. I've heard he's the best goalie in the game right now from everybody that's used him. He's super consistent. He's a great goalie, apparently. So if you're in the need for a goalie, then I wouldn't necessarily recommend making Sean Burke. But from what I've heard from people who have used him, he's been the best goalie in the game so far that they've used. And I know some people in my Discord, including Lindo, are very adamant on finding the best goalie in the game and have tried literally every single goalie in the game, and he said that this is his favorite one so far. So I'm going to go ahead and give the green light on making this goalie out of any of the ones that have been released so far. It might be the 38 aggression, it might be the 95 speed, it might be the abilities. I don't know what it is, but apparently he's a great goalie. So I'm going to give the green light if you need a goalie to go ahead and go ahead and get him. So next up on my list here, I'm just going to take a quick look at all the cards once again. Is there only 10? I think there is only 10. Okay, well, regardless, coming up next on my list is going to be Max Domi. Now, Domi is not a bad card by any means. If you toss Workhorse on him, he can get to 96 speed. He's got great strength, great balance, great agility. He can't really play center, and I wouldn't advise playing him at center anyway. His shot's not the greatest, but everything else about this card is great. He's got gold wheels, silver elite edges, silver truculence, silver no contest. He's a very good card. Don't get me wrong, he's a 94 overall card. It's just, compared to some of the other left-handed players in the game, I wouldn't recommend building him right now. So he comes in at number 6, I want to say. I think that's the number that he's in. Coming in at number 5, I'm going to put Claude Giroux. No, this is number 7, I think. Whatever. Regardless, coming in next is Claude Giroux. I'm gonna get too caught up on this if I don't shut up about it. But he's got 96 acceleration with spark, 95 speed, 99 faceoffs, which is nice. He's also a little bit slow for center, but he's got great hands. He's got a great shot. He's got great skating. Body checking is a little bit low compared to Domi. I feel like him and Domi are pretty interchangeable on where they are on the list, except the only reason I'm putting Claude Giroux slightly ahead is because Claude Giroux has better faceoffs and he can actually play center. So that's why I'm just inching Claude Giroux ahead of Domi, but they're both pretty comparable cards, I would say, and they're both not, my favorite cards. I wouldn't really recommend them, but they're also, if they're some of your favorite players, they're going to be good in game. So that's the next card on my list here. Coming in after that, I'm going to put JT Miller. Now, this might be a little bit of an unpopular opinion because there is some other cards on this list that could go, you know what? The more that I look at it, I'm not going to put JT Miller next. I'm going to put Bill Guerin next. There isn't a lot of good right-handed wingers in this game, and you can toss 93 speed on him. But the reason I'm putting Bill Guerin in this next spot is because his abilities, he's got silver close quarters, which is nice, but he can't play center, which JT Miller can. And his shot's not that great. His hands are okay. He doesn't have the best deking, though. His hands are good, actually, but he doesn't have the best deking. He's got good body checking, good defensive awareness, okay skating. He just looks like a very average card. 6'2", 220 is good, but JT Miller's 6'1", 218 or something. So I'm going to put Bill Guerin slightly below him. And then up next, we have JT Miller here. Now, Miller is the best week one for sure. And if you need a center, he might be the best centerman from this event. If you're just going to go straight up for a center, he might be the best one from this event. And I would recommend making JT Miller if you want a center. However, he has silver close quarters and gold no contest, which is really nice. He also has total eclipse and big tipper, which is nice if you go for tip shots. Overall, this card looks pretty solid. He is definitely the best one from week 1, in my opinion, and the only usable one. Not usable, the only one I would personally consider making. It's just that nobody likes JT Miller, so I'm not going to make him. I think coming in at number 3, is it number 3 next? Yeah, number 3, we're going to have Seth Jones here. Now, Seth Jones is basically just a slightly better version of Shea Weber. Basically, he's just better hands, better deking. He's got gold stick him up too. He's not almost as heavy as Shea Weber. He's about 20 pounds lighter or so he's not going to have that built-in truculence effect, I wouldn't think. But he's going to feel a lot better on the puck. So I think Seth Jones is great. Is he better than Shea Weber? If you're only going to build Seth Jones to 92 overall, I would say Shea Weber's better. But if you're going all the way with Seth Jones, I would say maybe Seth Jones edges him out a bit just because of this gold stick him up. It is super broken in this game, and he's going to be a very good card. So I think Seth Jones is perfectly viable for you to make. It's just that, if you already have Shea Weber, if you already have Cale Makar, if you already have Dobson or Bukaboom like I do, I just don't think he makes the cut there. I don't think he's worth it to upgrade over Weber. I would save your collectibles for maybe making one of these other cards that I'm going to mention. But he comes in at number 3 on the list. I don't think I missed anybody going into number 2. I did not. So the last two are right beside each other here. We got Hampus Lindholm and Anthony Mantha. And coming in at number 2, I got Hampus Lindholm. Now, the reason he's coming in at number 2 is not because he's a bad card. He could get 94 speed and acceleration. He's 6'4", 215. He's got silver lead edges, gold shutdown. Basically all 99 defense. Checking is a little bit low and balance is a little bit low for what you would like to see out of somebody his size, but I'm sure with his weight, he's not going to get knocked off the puck that easily. It's just that I don't think he's quite as good as the number 1 on this list, and I also don't think he's that much better than, or if better at all, than Owen Power and Simone Edvinsson. So personally, I would make Simone Edvinsson and Owen Power still over this card. But don't get me wrong, he is still a very solid card. So if you're looking to make a left-handed defenseman and you have a spot open and you've, say, already made Power or Edvinsson, I would say, take a look at this card. If you like the way his card looks, then I would make him. But if not, if you need more of a defensive defenseman, I would make Edvinsson or, Sanderson even over this card. But don't get me wrong, he's still a great card. He's still one of the best cards in the game. He's just not, I don't think he's just not a must-make for me. The only must-make from this event, and this might be an unpopular opinion. People might say, oh, well, how do you think this card's the best in this event? He just is. Straight up, he just is. I've used his card in NHL 21. His card was unbelievable in NHL 21. He was 95 overall around this time of the year. And that's Anthony Mantha. Now, you might say, oh, only 93 acceleration and 92 speed? Well, this card doesn't look that good. Well, you know what? This is just straight up a better version of Slafkovsky. He's the same weight, 2 inches taller, same speed pretty much, 1 speed slower actually, but he's 2 inches taller with really good hands, a really good shot, very good strength, pretty good defensively, good stick checking. He's got pretty much the same or exact same abilities maybe as Slafkovsky. Oh no, Slafkovsky's got third eye instead of make it snappy, but other than that, he's got the same abilities. But yeah, if you're looking for a card, if you need a left-handed forward, you say you didn't make Slafkovsky, this card is probably a must-make. See, I don't know if he's a must-make for me, though, because I have Yager Slafkovsky on my first 2 left-handed forwards, and I think, I'm trying to remember who my third one is Poulin, Team of the Year, so I don't know if I'm going to make him for sure. I also, as you can see in the top right, I am pretty low on coins right now. I mean, if I sold everything in my collection, I'd probably be only at 100k, but that is because I've been putting all my coins into upgrading Lemieux, as you saw in my last video. I packed Lemieux from the Icon Choice Pack, so I put all my coins into upgrading Lemieux right now, and I'm just working my coins back up through HUD Champs and through Rivals. I might take tradable rewards and stuff like that. But this card is unbelievable. And if you did have all 4, or if you did have the insight of looking into investing into fodder, because from now on, I'm going to say this right now, every time that a new event releases, the week 2 event is I'm gonna guarantee it right now. Actually, it's always gonna be better than the week 1 event. So I would say, if the week 1 is bad for any of these events, just like it was this time, I would go all in on fodder. Send all of your coins into fodder. Say on Wednesday when Rivals rewards come out and Champs rewards come out. Send all your coins into fodder, and then today, I can promise you that fodder is going to be much higher than it was, before today. If we look at 85 or 84 overalls, it's one collectible for 184, so that's about what's going to be on average for each collectible. So I think before they were at around 6,000 coins. Oh, they're actually still pretty low right now. If you're going to build an MSP, this is not a bad time to do it. 5,500 for 84s overalls is not that bad. So they haven't gone up too much yet, but they will go up continually over the next few days into the weekend. I promise you, they're probably going to hit 6,000 coins. So if you wanted to invest right now, even you still could. But with that being said, I think I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.